Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another match in Heroes of the Storm. This time we're taking a look at another Diablo Universe character, Xul the Necromancer, and boy do I have a hate and love relationship with this particular character. You see, the problem which I have with Xul is that he was added to Heroes of the Storm in like March 2016, yet it was on the June of 2017 when he was actually added to goddamn Diablo 3. And not only that, you had to pay like 25 bucks in order to just get this freaking class of the character. It wasn't even included in one of the DLCs which has been released for Diablo 3. So it really made me a little bit angry. But Xul, other than that, has quite the unique role in the game, as he is more focused on clearing the lanes and trying to push the lanes and see how much siege damage he can do. Of course, Xul can also do quite a lot of damage to the enemy heroes, and for the purposes of this video, we're going to be going over a build which I will be also featuring, I believe, a link for in the video's description for Heroes of Fire, so you can go and check it out after you are done watching this video. Please don't go to that link and then stop watching this video. I really do need not only the views, even the duration of the views is important apparently to YouTube, so please keep that in mind. Anyhow, Xul's abilities. So the Spectral Sight is a ability which summons a scythe, which then kind of goes towards Xul and damages anything between him and the Spectral Sight. The Cursed Strike is this sort of AoE damage where you empower the sights which Xul has, and he's able to use this massive swipey attacks around the minion waves and do AoE damage. And then there is the Bone Prison, around which we will be focusing today's build. His trait is to summon skeletons, so when you are killing the minions, or if you are theoretically using the Bone Prison, you can summon skeletons. These create additional units on the lane, and they are able to push in and try to keep the focus away from Xul, for example. When it comes to the heroic abilities, I believe both of them are actually quite decent. It really depends on what the enemy team is like or what will be the map where we will be playing. Poison Nova is basically the circle of this poisonous gas which escapes Xul, so think of it like a fart which spreads in a circle, and whatever it hits, it manages to poison. And then there are these skeletal mages. This is a row of bunch of mages who are gonna be attacking and slowing down anything which touches them. Which one is better? It's hard to debate. It really depends on what type of situations or what types of maps you are gonna be in. And for the purposes of this video, we're gonna go over the following build. So the first talent which Xul is picking is usually a type of armor which he can have. There is an armor which allows to avoid basic attack, then there is an armor which explodes for damage. I like to use this one, so this is the Shackler. While bone armor is active, nearby enemies are slowed by 35% for 1 second. Basic attacks against heroes that are stunned, rooted, and slowed reduce the cooldown of bone armor by 2 seconds. After that, we're gonna go with the Jailers. So the Bone Prison, if we manage to activate it on a hero successfully, will spawn additional 2 skeletal warriors. These do not count towards Xul's Wraith Skeleton maximum. So you can spawn 80 skeletal warriors, and while fixating on an enemy, skeletal warriors gain 25% movement and attack speed. So with this quest, our goal is to summon 80 warriors. The best place for Xul is to have a map with 3 lanes where he is able to rotate between 2 lanes. That is really what you want to do. After that, we're going to go with Tragol's Ascents. Every time a skeletal warrior attacks an enemy, restores a 0.5% of Xul's maximum health and 0.2 of his maximum mana. So it seems like a little, but if you have, like, let's say 10 skeletal warriors on a lane and they are all punching, let's say, some large enemy, it's gonna start to stack up. I'm gonna go with Poison Nova, but depending on how the team will be playing, I might switch it up to Skeletal Mages. Like I said, I don't know if there is a better heroic ability. It's hard to tell, so let me know in the comment section which one you prefer. After that, we're gonna go with Echoes of Death. So the Spectral Sight spawns 2 additional sights next to the first one after 1.5 seconds, dealing 40 damage. So this is actually a fun ability to use, especially if you are trying to escape from the enemy. You spawn the sight behind them, it goes through their body, they take damage, and then 2 additional suckers spawn in and they try to go in and attack from the angle the enemy and get towards you. So it might work for you. Then there is Bone Spear. This is kind of a really weird attack which I like to use. It's actually not one of your QWER abilities. It's actually 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will allow you to shoot a Bone Spear, which deals 230 damage. So let's say there is someone who is really squishy, has really small amount of health, is trying to escape from you. You will not be able to chase after them. Let's say you are chasing after Lunara. You cannot put the Bone Prison on top of her. You shoot that spear, you can get that kill. And last skill is gonna be Kalan's Edict. So each time Skeletal Warrior deals damage, reduces the cooldown of Bone Armor and Xul's heroic ability by 1.5%. So it's gonna allow us to spawn the Supernova or the Super Fart a little bit faster. So with that said, let's see how Xul can perform on the battlefield. He has some really interesting skins. You can have lots of fun with him. I really like this skin for some reason. I don't know what to tell you. I just usually go for either black and red, something with purple, or something blue, and this one just seems to work really well for me, at least in this case. So let's jump into the match and see how this guy is managed to clear out those minion lanes.
It is time.
And we find ourselves on Tomb of Spider Queen. Friendly team consisting of Xul, Gul'dan, Lunara, Orphea, Deckard. Enemy team is Zeratul, Abatur, Arier Turul, Raynor Turul, and Illidan Tur. So this is going to be a really interesting match. We don't have really a front line. The enemy team will have one enemy who is going to be missing on the battlefield. So it's going to be interesting to see with what heroic ability Abathur is gonna go with, if he's gonna be either cloning Illidan or any of the other heroes, or if he's gonna try to focus on, let's say, creating that weird creepy crawly creature. I don't really play Abathur, so I don't know what's it called, so I do apologize. But anyhow, I really like this map for Xul because we have the chance to rotate from bottom to the middle, or from the top to the middle, or just somehow keep on rotating. So we're going to activate our ability, and here you are able to see how easily we are able to cleave through the enemy, and whenever we kill something in our vicinity minion like, we are gonna summon that skeleton. So we are able to start applying early siege pressure onto the enemy position. Really great. Almost third of the tower's health is gone. Zeratul is moving in, so I need to be careful because he's gonna try to do something funky. Abathur seems to be on top of him, so we're gonna be able to put down the Bone Prison, and then I can just come down here and cleave through the minion lane like there's no tomorrow. He was able to dodge that attack. So usually what you are able to do this, put down the sight, and then you are able to like attack the enemy even with the sight when it's coming back to him. If I would get too low with the health, all I just need to do is simply apply the armor. It's gonna protect me for a short amount of time. Skeletals are gonna be able to keep the towers occupied while the minions move in. Soon the gate is broken, and soon enough we're gonna have the first tower actually down. So let's apply the armor. I don't really want to be here unless I have to. We're gonna warp home. We have 6 of the crystals. We're gonna go with the jailer. And now we need to start stacking up the skeletal warriors. I actually did see Zeratul there moving in. It was smart of me to not stay in the lane because he was going around here and he was lurking, trying to get an easy kill. Without me being here, we're able to see how much pressure there is possible to be applied onto our tower and how much damage we are able to do to Xul here, or with Xul here. I, of course, don't want to be, however, the one who keeps being attacked. I just need to stand here and let the damage be stacked, let the skeletons appear. One of the towers is already down. We are not even 3 minutes into the goddamn match. This is how effective Xul can be at siege. So really, you are able to pressure the enemy quite severely if you manage to do things smart. Okay, let's apply the armor. I don't like this one bit. He's gonna get the kill. Wow, Abathur totally screwed up there. He should have had that ranged attack when he is on top of an enemy hero, and he should have totally executed me in that 1 second. Unfortunately, we're going to be missing these crystals, so I need to be sure that I'm going to be present in the lane. Deckard is alone. It looks like friendlies are pressuring the top lane. So let's stand here, let the skeletons just appear. We're going to pick up all these crystals, 15 of them. We're gonna donate them. 21 out of 50. Enemy has donated only 5 or 9 so far. Sorry. I can see you. We're gonna apply the bone prison. Unfortunately, there are still towers, so I cannot really chase after him because it would be suicide. Abathur was not on top of him. It looks like we're gonna be the first ones to get the Spider Queen. I really wanted to grab that, but I'm gonna be able to pressure in this minion lane quite severely, and thanks to these skeletons we have additional targets for the keep to keep attacking. He missed his ability. Spider Queen is gonna be here soon. Let's keep on pressuring the bottom lane here. That is what Xul is great at. I really need to be careful here. This guy is definitely going after me. So we were able to imprison him. Unfortunately, team not paying attention to what's happening. I wasn't able to stay down there in order to help with the siege. But you can see that I am definitely able to go above and beyond of what needs to be done when it comes to pressuring the lanes. That is what Xul is great at. And you aren't really that great at, let's say, capturing the merc camps. So you should try to do as much siege damage as you potentially can. Oh, I can even see Abathur here. So let's see if we are going to be able to get it. Yeah, that definitely worked out. We're gonna go with the supernova just because I said so. Let's imprison him. Okay, let's warp the hell away from here. Our health is super low. I do see him coming. Thankfully, Gul'dan was able to protect me.
Justice in this realm. Right. Scythes are nice.
Okay. So when it comes to actually clearing out merc camps, Xul is not really the greatest. I mean, you can try, but you are able to see how easily it is for the enemy minions or the mercs to be just slashing me down. So I really don't want to die here. So obviously not the best when it comes to clearing out the camps. Definitely try to pressure the lanes, definitely have the skeletons present. It's gonna be your goal to do so. So let's go over here. I don't really know what's happening here with the enemy Illidan. I definitely want to help Gul'dan. And that was just most unfortunate. I could have applied the supernova, but it wouldn't do that much with Abathur's shield applied. So we need to return to a lane in order to start spawning in skeletons. And if we do that successfully, I need to be aware of Zeratul. Yeah, is he gonna do that? He definitely did just kill himself, so really good job. I'm not really sure Deckard chose the correct heroic ability. The tornado is awesome when it comes to like shoving enemies from an objective or something, but here, because they have such a high mobility, I would probably prefer for him to actually root heroes such as Illidan and so on and such. It's definitely safer for you to have them immobile for a couple of moments so that they cannot steal health and do God knows what in comparison to you actually trying to like push an Illidan away. Definitely would have gone with the root or the stun there. Let's go with those additional sites. Let me show you how does that look. And the further you go, the more chances you have that, for example, if Zeratul is trying to close in on you, like he was over there, you are able to uncover him because the sights would just make the contact. He definitely missed that shot, but he wasn't that freaking far away. These sights are gonna help get the keep. Need to keep an eye out on Lunara. Her health is super low. Thank you there, Deckard. That's clone of Raynor, and then there's additional Raynor. And now we already have the skeletons, which we do so desperately need. So let's get this thing. I'm not really that close to trigger Nova. If we would have enemies which are more tankier and are willing to push into us, then that's the time to actually use the Nova. I feel like maybe going with the mages here would have been more proactive for our team's benefit. Let's try to activate the part of the death. We're definitely taking a crap ton of damage from the enemy core. It looks like Raynor is gonna respawn. Wanted to avoid that attack. It looks like Illidan is gonna be moving in. Let's root him in a spot. Looks like he's gonna metamorphosize. Orphea is in serious trouble there, but she was able to get that kill. Really great job. Able to keep on summoning those skeletons. We're gonna be able to root him. Use the sights. Unfortunately, they will not be able to apply enough damage there. Okay, let's try to avoid that. Let's try to use the sight, and that's the core. We did not even manage to finish the goddamn build. But yeah, you're able to see how easy it is for Xul to keep pushing the lane. So definitely don't try to be taking the Merc camp. Definitely try to push any lane in which you are. Hell, if you have a 2-lane map, probably your chances of actually pushing in so much are going to be reduced. But if you go with the build which I mentioned, and if you're going to go with the jailers, you're going to be able to keep spawning in the additional skeletons, which do not count to the overall amount which you need to summon, but they're going to be able to keep punching the hero. And when you pick up those later on skills, you're going to be able to keep restoring your mana and your health, so you have some sort of sustain. But definitely be sure to stay alive, as I tried to do. Zeratul was lurking. I was aware of him, so that's why I was always trying to move around so that he cannot really get a jump on me, and I was trying to hide within the minions. So that will be Xul. I really wish that for Azmodan I would have had a better match to show you, but the matches have been all over the goddamn place. One match is super short, super fast, super effective. One match totally fucked up, and someone is trolling because after 2 minutes they decide that they had enough. They have died once, or they were the first blood and they don't want to play anymore, so they ruin your Friday and your recording, and then you have to record something else or try to record it at some other time when you have time. So it's not that easy to actually get these things done. So now I finally understand why Time and the others who actually keep uploading content for Heroes of the Storm are only able to upload only like a couple of videos per week, because sure, they are streaming, so they have a much larger pool of matches to choose from, but still it's difficult. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. If you want to see more matches, or if you would want me to, for example, try to stream this game, let me know through the comment section. That's what it's there for. I will wish you a pleasant rest of the day. Let me know how your mobile or other PvP experience is going. I have kind of switched from World of Warships to Heroes of the Storm, but I actually am enjoying the game right now. So I don't know, maybe in a couple of weeks or months I will be so fed up with this game I will not want to touch it again. But yeah, I'm also kind of wondering about what's gonna happen with Diablo 4. The fact that I have a love-hate relationship with the character because of Diablo 3 is that I have spent the most time on Diablo 3, surprise surprise. I never had the computer when Diablo 1 or Diablo 2 was around, or the English skill to actually understand what the game was about, you know, reading all the quests, trying to find out what Deckard was trying to talk about. But when second game came out, there it was with like 8 to 10 heroes which you were able to choose. I believe even, and correct me if I'm wrong, Cassia was actually featured in Diablo 2, but not in Diablo 3. And then, of course, there was the situation with Johanna, and I'm not sure if Johanna was first introduced into Heroes of the Storm, and only after that she was introduced to Diablo 3. That's what I did not like about Blizzard doing when they were doing whatever the hell it was that they were doing before they were purchased by Activision and they turned into whatever the hell they are today. So yeah, it's kind of hard for me to go like, yeah, Diablo 3, it's awesome. I'm really afraid of what can happen to Diablo 4 because there are 4 classes only right now. 3 are definitely worked or done. 1 is being still like worked on. I don't really know how many classes are there gonna be. It's the thing about the game. Like if you think about it, in Diablo, you are able to play a monk, a witch doctor, a huntress, mage, and then you have the barbarian. Later, of course, you were able to get Johanna, and of course the others were either just NPCs or like big bosses from the game, so you weren't never really able to play with them, you were only able to play against them. So it's actually fun that you are able to experience them in this game, and that is why I probably prefer Heroes of Fire or over League of Legends or Dota 2 or any of the other MOBAs. So it's just because I have pleasant memories of Warcraft 3, Frozen Throne, or Reign of Chaos and Frozen Throne, and then of StarCraft 2, although I was kind of pissed how they separated the game because the first one came out when I was in, like, I don't know, I started high school, and by the time it finished, I was almost done with the university, so I was like, holy crap. But yeah, it just shows. I really am interested to see what the Blizzard and Activision are going to be up to once Microsoft will finalize the purchase for $68.4 billion. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of money. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. But anyhow, like I said, I'm going to wish you a pleasant rest of the day, and hopefully I will see you all at the next one or in the comment section. Let me know how your matches are going, and I will be more than happy to read all about it. Man, this has gone a little bit too easy. The expectations are going to be so high for the next match.